This mysterious glory of the deep sea painting was really wonderful to do as I unfold the mysteries of all the lines and mixes and blooms of this acrylic art. I start off by using an Arctic white background with the acrylic pour paints. The colors I'll be using are black, light blue, sapphire blue, peacock, celery, and gold alcohol inks. You can see that I have started to layer the different colors with black being at the bottom, and I don't go to the exact edge on right or left or even on the bottom. I take a large piece of paper that's nice and stiff, and I just place it at the bottom of the black and drag it gently. You can already see the blooms coming, and it's okay if you need to add a little bit extra like I did. I just swiped it up. This is a fluid art and it is pretty forgiving in many ways. So I just swiped on the right and the left. Now I take my brush. This is my fan brush, which I love using. I've got them in all different sizes. And I drag it from the bottom up. And in that interior, I really like how dark it is and how mysterious it is. So I'm going to protect that and build more on the outside of this little composition. I decide to add my peacock, which is just such a lovely, gorgeous color. And they're going to be little formations, little bubbles. And I want them to be multi-layered, so I tip them off with the baby blue, the light blue that I've chosen here. And I'm also going to add my sapphire blue to the top of them, just to give a little extra hint of color. From here, I take my trusted little tool, the toothpick, and I swirl around. It's so fun to see these colors blend. I think acrylic pour paint is just remarkable. And I keep on going. Adding these shapes along with the organic twirls and twists of ribbons of organic shapes. It's a nice contrast. Now I'm gonna just add a few more little places, a little mix. I bring out my gold alcohol inks, tip off the top, and drop them also down below. The alcohol inks are just very different, of course. They're evaporating quickly and moving differently than the acrylic pour paint. And it's fun to watch these two mediums react to each other. So I'm starting to get a really glorious, rich, velvety contrast and highlight with the gold. I'm adding a warm gold as well. This is an orange gold, just to give it a warmer contrast. Now back to my pretty fan brushes, and I like to use the different sizes also to give different organic little swipes. You know, all of the nice seaweed and naturally blooming sea plants. It's so much fun to drag and swipe. Mix and blooms come forth. And I just play with it, sometimes dragging from the bottom up, sometimes just tipping off the side. And of course, when you're doing this, just use your judgment. Just kind of go with what's pleasing to your eye. Now I'm just touching off the sides where the paint hasn't fallen off, but I like to see the continuation of this painting on the sides. as I'm finishing up the sides, I want to add a couple little more highlights with the gold, just so that I have that really reflective quality in comparison to that deep, rich, velvety center with the blues and the blacks just nicely mixed in there. And I sit back and starting to feel pretty satisfied with this. Yep, that's good. Check out all these glorious mixes, the blooms, the natural organic shapes that hug that center to create this mysterious undersea experience. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as always, I am wishing you happy acrylic and alcohol ink creations.